Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Q&A. I'm so excited about this.
I haven't seen any of these questions.
Well, neither have I, really. So I've asked over on my Instagram for just some questions that you guys want to know about us. So we're going to answer them right now.
I am excited though, because we're just going to sit down for 45 minutes now and talk about our favourite thing in the world. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be such a vibe.
This will probably be longer than even you want it to be. Because once we start talking, you know what I'm like, game over. Right,
first question. When is your next trip? I thought this would be fitting to start because we have a trip coming literally next month. We can officially say we're going to Pennsylvania and Disney World next month.
I'm sure you guys know how that feels when you get to like the month before, and we are always like 1st of Feb, we were like, we're going to be at Florida next month. Well, I am Pennsylvania.
It's so crazy. I can't believe it.
For most of the month of March as well.
Yeah.
Like,
we are.
We're flying on what, the 6th, and we don't fly back until when?
Like the 28th?
Yeah.
We're going to be out of our flat. This is like going to be the first time we're away from the flat.
I'm going to miss the flat.
That's going to be so weird.
We do genuinely love it here, don't we? Yeah, it's going to be weird. March the 6th.
Yeah, if you want to find out more about that trip, head to the trip announcement video on the channel. Yeah. And we talk all about it, obviously, in that. Oh, this is a good one. Which company do you normally rent your cars from in Florida? You can answer this one because you know all about this.
We have and always will book our car through Alamo. Always. Be very, very careful with the rental companies in the US. Even booking Alamo through like a third party, there are sometimes like hidden fees and things. And I got stung for that once when I I was actually picking a car up from Miami. And the guy at the desk said, don't ever book our cars through a third party company, unless it's like a really well trusted one or something. But anyway, ever since I've always booked directly through Alamo. It's free cancellation, so I just always keep an eye on the price. Yeah. And if we find a better rate, then I'll cancel my booking and rebook it. And we always get a pretty good deal as well. Really and now they do the skip the counter thing.
Oh, that was a game changer, wasn't it?
Yeah, by like uploading your driver's license and, all of those things. When you get there, you literally walk out straight into the Florida heat, straight across the road, just pick your car and off you go.
And choosing your car is just so exciting.
Yeah.
Obviously, depending what category and price range you go for, there's like different cars you can get. But there's nothing better than like landing and going out and just picking your car and like getting in the car and driving out and being like, right, this is us now, like we're done.
Yeah, I always say that the stress of travel day and, because I'm always just like, I want everything to go right, like we don't want to get held up at customs, right? And I don't know why we would, but like it's always on your mind until you get through. I am always like, the moment we drive out of the gate in the car and we've got out the barrier and everything's fine with the rental car and we're just like on our way to the house or wherever we're going, I'm like, that's when it begins for me.
It's such a vibe.
Because we get over the line. But yeah, I would avoid Sixt at all costs. All the reviews for Sixt are like dangerous to the point where like when you return your car, they're going to inspect it and bill you for damages that weren't your fault, that were already there when you picked the car up. But I would rent through Alamo. I would do a quick video, walk around the car, just make sure that you highlight any damages in the video before you leave, and then you should be good to go. And we have never, ever, ever had an issue with an Alamo car.
No.
Ever.
That's been really good. Okay, next question. Any plans to stay on Disney property in the future? P.S. Your videos are so joyful. First of all, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you enjoy our videos. And second of all...
No, you can answer this one.
Yes, we are staying on Disney property for the first ever time. I'm saying those words right and it still doesn't feel real.
No.
So next month, we are going to be staying at Coronado Springs for 3 nights. And then on our final night, we are going to be staying at Wilderness Lodge, which is like one of our dream bucket list resorts to stay at. In a water view room. I can't. It's going to be so amazing, isn't it?
So we talked about it in detail in the trip announcement.
Yeah.
But we said like, we're big resort goers anyway, and a lot of people have said to us like now when they're going on their trips they're going to visit a lot more of the resorts,
which is so cool.
There's so many experiences that you're missing out on if you just do the parks and kind of go home or go back to your hotel. Like you're not going to have had like lunch or a charcuterie board at Geyser Point or got beignets at Port Orleans.
Yes,
or
oh my god,
walked along the river or got on one of the little boats.
That's so crazy that people like might just have never done those things.
I would imagine the majority of people haven't done those things, and like not everybody has to. We're not saying you have to, but
no.
The resorts are like, I always feel like they're kind of like mini parks in themselves, particularly for adults. Like obviously I totally appreciate for kids that it's not as interactive and engaging. But for us, like, they're all like mini days of their own. You know, going to Yacht Beach or the boardwalk, like, we do that near enough every day.
Yeah, we actually do. Like, in every single one of our vlogs,
Yeah.
best believe we're going to be at the boardwalk
Yeah.
at some point.
I think we'll always be villa people.
I think we will. Well,
At ground level. Right?
no, but we say this, but so many people have messaged me and said, Hannah, once you stay on property, you won't ever go back. I know, like, we love staying in a villa because typically we do a long trip, which we're really grateful for. But I don't know.
I think we'll always do a villa with staycations.
Yeah, that's what we think we're going to start doing.
So we
anyway.
think for our big trip this year. Can I say that?
Yeah, we've
kind of
already
yeah.
we've already spilled
So
this.
for our big trip late this year, and we did an Instagram live the other night, and we sat with you guys for like 2 hours. And when we came off of it, we were just like, that was so fun.
We were buzzing, and the next morning I woke up and was like, did last night even happen? Because it just felt like we were chatting with so many online friends and just chatting about our favourite place in the world, and it was just so amazing.
So we're going to do those more.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing our Instagrams are in there. But anyway, on the Instagram live, we kind of spilt the beans on what we were doing later this year anyway. So we will have a big trip late this year, and we're thinking if we're there for at least a couple of weeks, because we've got to go for at least a couple of weeks, that we'll probably have the villa and then stay on property. Yeah,
for like a couple of nights, try out a few different resorts.
Maybe try a new one. Animal Kingdom Lodge is going to be up there once we've done
got
these
to
two,
do Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Poly. There's just so many good ones, isn't there?
But then I worry with our personality and the way we are with restaurants, that if we go and stay at Wilderness Lodge, we'll be like, we can't go to Florida without staying at Wilderness Lodge.
This is what we're like, though.
We actually are, because like once we went to Topolino's, it's like we can't ever go on a Disney trip again without going to Topolino's, which is the restaurant at the top of the Riviera if you've not been.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like a French vibe, unbelievable steak, insane pasta dishes,
the bread to start,
and once you've had your meal, the view from the roof, like before you leave, don't leave the restaurant without going out onto the balcony and taking in the view. Unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Yeah. All right, so Jodie said, hey, love your videos. Thank you. You're so kind. What would you recommend bringing to the parks every day? Now, this is a good one for you, because you are loading me up like a donkey when we go to the parks. When you see our vlogs and Han's got her lovely little lounge fly on, the only thing in it is Little Mickey.
Yeah, right? Literally Little Mickey. Yeah, that's it. Maybe some lip gloss.
Maybe a lip gloss. I've got all of the heavy duty stuff in my backpack.
Okay, right. Essential items. Let's do that. Number one, a fan is a must for me. Well, we know how hot Florida can get. Having a fan in your like bag or in your
like a cake.
Is an essential for me. Bottles of water. This is what I put in Alex's bag always. One frozen. This is obviously we're going to trial this out when we stay on property, because we're very lucky in the villa. We've got a freezer, so we're easily able to freeze the water.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that pans out. But if you can, 1 bottle of frozen water, 1 bottle of normal water, saves you money in the parks, and also the frozen water will just stay cool all throughout the day.
Yeah. Bearing in mind you'll pay like more than that for a single bottle in the park.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Right? We will buy 24 bottles.
Yeah.
Half in the freezer, half in the fridge, and then just take 2 out every day.
You can also, we only found this out recently, you can also go up to any of the quick service like stations and ask for like a cup of water, and they'll get you one, but we just like taking our own. Basic things like paracetamol, hay fever allergy tablets, because I suffer badly from hay fever, blister plasters, absolute essential, because your feet are going to be absolutely dying by like day 2.
Yeah.
So having just like some blister plasters in your bag is a must. Trying to think what else. My liquid IV sachets, love those.
Those are a game
honestly
changer.
Like 1 sachet of that, I'll put it in the description, in a bottle of water at the start of the day. Just hydrates you. They're amazing.
Yeah, because the first year we went, you had headaches every day.
I was having to sleep off the headaches like 24/7.
And
it was awful.
those liquid IVs. So for anybody that suffers with headaches or dehydration or anything from being in the park, because it is you're doing a lot of walking and it is hot, and a lot of the time you're standing in queues in the sun and things like that. Those changed the game for you, didn't they?
Yeah. And then another thing, a battery pack for your phone.
Yeah.
So like a portable thing just to charge your phone up, because that will probably die throughout the day.
If you don't have one, you can rent them from the parks
can't
and
you?
from the resorts as well. Like you see
That's
them.
a good point.
You see the little battery pack things dotted around.
Yeah.
And it's like $5 to rent one.
And then just like makeup, lip gloss, sun cream, that's a good one.
I'm thinking about it now. Like the stuff that we take to the parks, I've got my bag. And apart from the water, none of it is mine, is it?
Right.
None of it is
Obviously, we
mine.
take the camera equipment, which technically
Yes.
is 50-50.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of the rest of it is not
Yeah,
yours.
there's nothing else that I'm taking. That
No.
is like, oh, I need that.
Oh, and the magic band. Make sure you've got your
Yes.
magic band, but that'll probably be on you rather than in the bag. But
Yeah.
I think we've covered pretty much everything with that.
I wore my magic band for the entirety of last year's trip without it being the right one. So, like when you watch our
That's so funny.
when you watch our series, the series we did this past year, if I've got my magic band on, doesn't work.
Doesn't
I
work.
was still tapping
No.
in with my phone because I had the wrong band on and I couldn't find the other one.
This is a good one. I like this one a lot. Robert has asked us, is September a good time to visit Disney World? He's put weather in brackets, wait times, crowds, etc. Weather, let's not even go there with the hurricanes because we just can't anymore. I can't.
I find it's such a hard one because, yes, it's a good time to visit. You know, you get kind of past the... So I wouldn't go, personally. And I know people have kids and they have to go during the summer holidays.
this is
and
the
I
thing,
completely
isn't it?
understand that. But because we don't have kids, I wouldn't go during those months. And it's
We're talking
also,
about the summer months, like
yeah,
July
and it's
and
also
August,
peak heat season between
God.
between end of May and kind of August. I can't remember crowd wise off the top of my head, but one tip I would give you is if you haven't used them before, Google Disney World crowd calendars.
Yes.
We are always stunned by how many public holidays there are in the US.
It's quite ridiculous, to be honest.
They have so many
So
things to
insane.
celebrate, which is great for you guys to get all those bank holidays.
Yeah.
But if you're not from the US, one of those public holidays can easily catch you off guard.
Yeah.
And you'll just go into the parks on a Monday and you'll be like, what is going on?
What is happening?
And it will be like Columbus Day or Veterans Day or something.
Yeah.
And you just would never have known. So if you use the crowd calendars to look at the days, months, weeks, months that you're looking at going, they will tell you where there's a public holiday and things like that and what to avoid. So use those to kind of map when you'd like to go. We're going later in the year this year, full transparency, because we're sick of getting impacted by hurricanes.
Yeah.
And we have been really unlucky. We were there for Ian and then we were there for Helena.
Milton.
Ian and Milton, not Helena.
No.
Was Helena the one
Helena
before?
was right, that was
they were
last
2
year.
weeks apart.
Yeah,
weren't they?
so that
I
was
can't
right
remember.
before we went, and we were like, phew, the hurricane's been and gone.
And then there was another one.
And then there was another one.
So that's 2 of our previous 3 trips where the parks have been closed for a period of time while we've been there. And again, us being shut out of the parks for a couple of days and compared to what people are going through when there's a hurricane in Florida and the people that live there and lose their homes and stuff, I'm not naive to the fact that it is absolutely nothing. It pales in comparison.
Yeah.
Right? But for our trip this year, 1, we really wanted to see the parks and the hotels and everything at Christmas. And 2, we just wanted to try and avoid being impacted by a hurricane again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone has their own restrictions, whether it be work or, when the kids are off school and things like that. But our personal preference, I mean, we'll be able to give you what it's like to go a little bit later because it does get cooler. And when you go September, October, I always say that if you go for 3 weeks, it goes into October. By that last week, you can feel the difference in the weather.
Yeah, you can. It's true.
It's really cooling off in the evenings. You start to need a hoodie a lot more.
Which I quite like in the evening, just getting all cosy.
Yeah, if you're out watching the
Springs
fireworks.
the fireworks.
And I think a lot of people get caught out by that because they're like, oh, we'll be in the heat all day. But once the sun goes down at 7 o'clock,
it's a shock to the system.
Very easy to get freezing cold watching the fireworks at 9. Did we answer that well enough? I don't know.
Yeah, we did. I think we did.
I don't know. I mean, we can only really give you what we know, I suppose.
Dreaming with Melissa has asked, rank your parks. This is going to be hard.
This will take us an hour.
And choose one fave ride in each. Love your channel. Thank you so much. And how the hell are we going to do this? Seriously. Right, parks. Ranking the parks. It's got to be Magic Kingdom. I'm sorry. What? Are you joking? You're telling me, right, okay, let's put it this way. If you went to Disney World, you could only go to one park. You're telling me you're not going to see the castle? I know what you're saying though, because we're not huge on the... No, we are huge on the rides in Magic Kingdom. We've got Tiana's and Tron now, which we tried for the first time on our last trip. I'm going Magic Kingdom, locking it in. That's mine.
And then what's your 2?
2 what?
Your second part.
Oh, was it 2? I thought it was 1.
Well, she said rank your parks. So
Oh, God.
all 4. Come on.
Right, okay.
Sorry, Melissa.
Sorry.
Let me just interject there and make sure we
Right.
do it properly.
Magic Kingdom number 1.
Hollywood Studios is 4.
Animal Kingdom for Avatar.
Yeah.
I'm basing this off of the rides and the feel, obviously, of course. Epcot because I just love Epcot, and Soarin' and Remy's is just the vibe. And then Hollywood Studios. And the reason why Hollywood Studios is last for me is because we're not Star Wars people. Love the Toy Story bit. Yeah. Love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. Yeah. But apart from that, I love Fantasmic, but it's number 4. It's number 4.
Although,
what are you saying?
They are closing the Muppet Vision thing.
They are.
And Mama Melrose's is going.
I know.
And for anyone that's
Pizza Rizzo's going.
Yeah, anyone that's eaten at Mama Melrose's is such a cute little Italian. The food is kind of emotional. Like a 5 out of 10 though. But I feel like it's a bit of a staple for Hollywood Studios, at least for me. So like the fact that that's going, but they're replacing it with like a whole Monsters Inc. section. So that is going to be so incredible. I'm actually not ready. That's going to be insane. Yeah, it's difficult because like all the parks offer something different for me. So like depending on what you're looking for, I would choose a different park. For example, if I was hungry and I wanted some good food and a nice ambiance and a nice walk, I would go to Epcot. Yeah. Whereas if I was like, give me all the Disney vibes, you're going to Magic Kingdom. I want to walk down Main Street. I want to walk through the shops. But then Animal Kingdom, I could, like on its day, on a good day at Animal Kingdom, and actually the vlog that's going out, that would have gone out before this video, is at Animal Kingdom Day. We had the most unbelievable day at Animal Kingdom, and like I would easily put that first. Yeah, like we literally spent 3 hours at Animal Kingdom. We ticked off the safari, Expedition Everest, saw the tigers, went on Avatar, and it was so quiet. So yeah, I know what you're saying. It's hard, but Pete, you got to go. Come on. I think if I had to choose, I would choose Epcot by a hair at number 1 because I am shocked. I don't really remember Magic Kingdom as a kid. But I do remember Epcot very, very clearly. Yeah, I talked about it in the previous video, and someone in the comments agreed with me that they used to bring a bus round with all the characters, and the characters would jump off the bus, and then as a kid, you'd just be like all of a sudden, like Mickey's there and Minnie's there, and it used to be so cool. And then like Illuminations, I watched that as a kid with my grandparents, and I remember my sister falling asleep and my granddad carried her out on his shoulders. Like I have a lot of history with Epcot that I don't really have with Magic Kingdom as much. So I don't know. I think I would put Epcot just a little bit. Just gives me a little bit more. And if they brought Illuminations back, it would be top by like a bit more. And then what are you doing? Can I put Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom like this? No. I love Magic Kingdom, but I could spend more time in the others. So I would go based on that. This is crazy. I can't. Even with Tiana's and Tron. Like, are you okay? My favourite thing about Magic Kingdom is Main Street. Like, I would walk up Main Street, absorb all the like the music, the sounds, the smells. Like you can usually smell like pretzels and ice cream and like and it's just this overwhelming like happiness in Main Street. Yeah. I would go Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and then Hollywood Studios. But those 3 at the top, depending on the day and what we're doing, I could easily kind of rotate those. Like any of them could be my favourite at any time. Here's a question though. Where would you put a day at Disney Springs? Like going to World of Disney, getting a Starbucks, like you get there in the morning when it's just opened and it's 10 o'clock and it's quiet and you can walk around the shops and just have a little... Where would you put that? That's not fair. You cannot do that. That's the start of a day. Or like maybe a break in the middle of the day or an evening vibe. But if you were just doing that and going home. Well, so I can either choose between that or Magic Kingdom. Well, obviously it's Magic Kingdom. I can get the plushies down Main Street. I don't need to go to World of Disney. I love Disney Springs though. Yeah, I know, but I'm obviously Magic Kingdom over Disney Springs. What about Hollywood Studios? Oh, Springs over Hollywood Studios. Yeah, I think that's where it would sit. Yeah. It would be like Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Disney Springs. That is not a park, but we're just making this up. And you haven't done your rides yet. Come on, do the rides. What, from each park? Yeah, one ride from each park. Let's go. Avatar, easily. For Animal Kingdom, yeah. Soarin' Epcot. Yeah. Comfortably. Magic Kingdom, Tiana's. Tron was good. It was really good. Tron was really good. But I think for the nostalgia and everything, and I know it's a different ride now, but like it's still Splash Mountain. Yeah. To me. It was amazing. And then at Hollywood Studios, I like the Toy Story. Yeah, you do. Toy Story Mania. Did I do my rides? No. Did I not? No, and then you pressed me into that. Oh, sorry. Right, my rides. Tiana's for Magic Kingdom. Avatar Flight of Passage for Animal Kingdom. This is so tough. Soarin' and Remy's. Yeah, we love them both. Soarin', Epcot, we have the same 4 rides. No, we're not. She don't like Toy Story Mania. No, it's not that I don't like Toy Story Mania. You're just very competitive and I'm very relaxed. We're not going to go into this. Right, no. Last time we went on it, she got Stop it. Right, I'm going to go with Mickey and Minnie's.
the Toy Story. However, I feel like once we do Slinkies, that might overtake.
Maybe.
And I mean, once Monsters Inc. area is there, seriously,
that ride with
that's
the
going to
doors,
just stop.
However they do that, I'm calling it now. That's going to be my favourite ride at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, 100%.
I haven't even been on it yet. We do need to do Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, we do.
Because
we have to do Guardians as well at Epcot. We have to do Guardians.
The amount of comments that I've seen that are like, we're not Star Wars fans, but Rise of Resistance is unbelievable.
We've got to do it.
We're going to have to do it.
We've got to do that.
Yeah.
Right, next question.
What plushie will you get next time? Whichever one she hasn't got yet.
Yeah, Kate's asked, what plushie will you get next time you go? Do you know what? I don't actually have a specific plushie in mind.
They need to bring out
for the
some
next
more big
trip.
Feet plushies.
They do. The big feet ones have my heart. I'm feeling a bit of a big plushie on this trip.
Maybe one of the sleepy ones.
Yes, a sleepy one. Potentially a sleepy one. I like this one. What made you decide to vlog? The memories.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Having the memories to look back on. We never imagined our channel to
anyone would
grow.
watch them.
Yeah, like anyone to watch them. Literally, it's turned into way more than we ever thought it would. But yeah, number one was to obviously have the memories to look back on. And if you're thinking about vlogging your trips, even if you don't want to post it anywhere, literally just do it for yourselves and like to have them to look back on. Because when you get home and you sit down and edit them, like you can never ever remember all of the things that you do on your trip. There's just far too many things that you've done and you've experienced. So to be able to sit back and look back on all those memories is just the best thing ever.
Yeah. And if you're nervous about it, like, you know, we were on the live the other night and like there were a few people who said like, I'm just too camera shy, this and that. So were we. When we...
Terrified.
There isn't a travel day on our first trip because we bottled it in the airport.
Yeah.
We were trying to film. We'd never filmed together before. And we both film content too, like individually. But we kind of sat in the airport and we were like, maybe we'll just start it tomorrow, like once we get there. And we kind of backed out of the travel day. And I'm kind of sad we did that now.
Yeah.
But, you know, people might watch us and be like, oh, you know, like I don't have that kind of... And there's so much more we can get better at with our vlogs too. But like, just start. And your first vlog will never be your best. And like the improvements we made from last year to this year are huge, like in the way we film, what we film, you know, how we film, equipment, editing, thumbnails. You're not going to know it all to begin with. So the best thing that you can do is just film a video, edit it the best you can and post it. And then when you go to film the next one, you're like, right, well, what could I do better? But just start. And you never know where it could take you.
Literally. Oh, I like this one. I feel like I've said this about every single question so far. Hannah has asked, best restaurants for a nice meal without breaking the bank.
Oh, good question.
I'm going to say it.
Let me come and sit down.
Where's your Red Bull?
Well, no, I put it... I need to crack it exactly 1 o'clock when Barcelona's...
Oh, right, okay. I'm going to start with Olivia's Cafe at Old Key West.
Yeah, good shout.
It's just the ultimate vibe, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
and you will not break the budget.
We've had the turkey BLT, which, so sad they took it off the menu. However, we wouldn't have tried the chicken Caesar salad on our last trip if it wasn't for them taking that away. And the Caesar salad...
Oh my God.
Honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but it was the best, one of the best things I've ever eaten at Disney World.
It really
literally.
was.
It was so delicious. Amazing portion size. The price, I think it was maybe like $15, $16 or something. The view, like if you can, ask to sit outside.
Yeah, always ask.
It is just so pretty.
I would also say that the service at Olivia's Cafe, every single time. Service at Disney is always good. Right? Their standards are unbelievable. But every time we go to Olivia's Cafe, we have had an incredible interaction with whoever is serving us. Sitting out there on that veranda, and you've got the sound of the boats coming in and out, and like holiday goers coming in, and like the view is just like, if you go, obviously ideally you go on a sunny day, just that whole experience is, and you know, going the boat from Disney Springs.
It's the whole experience. It's not just Olivia's Cafe.
$40. What else would I say? I love a chicken guy.
It's kind of cheating, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not really a restaurant,
No.
but pickle chips. We've done it multiple times now. We've gone to Chicken Guy and just got pickle chips and some fries. Like if you don't want a meal and you're leaving the parks or you're going home or you're leaving Springs or whatever, pickle chips and fries, couple of dips, and we've like done that in the car on the way home.
Oh my God.
The honey mustard. I'm not a mustard guy, but the honey mustard from Chicken Guy might be the best thing you could dip something in.
It's ridiculous.
On Disney property.
The sauces from Chicken Guy are worth it alone. Like
restaurants though, good value restaurant. I tell you one that I really want to try that we haven't tried yet, that we always talk about is
I don't know what this is.
Wolfgang Puck's.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Bar
That's at
and
Disney
Grill.
Springs as well.
Yeah. I don't think it's the the most value you can get. But I don't think it's expensive either.
I don't think it's too bad. I think when we looked at it, it was pretty like average.
Yeah.
It wasn't too ridiculous.
No. I'm trying to think where else we've eaten that's not like... We only tend to book a couple of restaurants. And we typically tend to go for like the steak dinners, don't we? So we haven't really done as many of the kind of value ones.
Yeah.
We should change that really.
There's
a lot that I want to try.
There's so many like restaurants that we haven't tried yet.
Yeah. Flying Fish
so
was on
many.
that list last year.
Ohana's,
obviously, which we cancelled because we had garage pizza on the way there. Or on the way to the park.
Stupid.
So ridiculous.
We're not really very helpful in this, are we?
That's a gap in our knowledge that we need to fill.
That is.
We need to try some more kind of like lunchtime sort of restaurants.
Yeah.
What's the one at Disney Springs that we really want to... that you mentioned, the barbecue place?
Chef Art Smith's Homecoming.
That's it. Well done. Nice.
Thank you.
I was never going to get that out of my mind.
It's quite a ramble, isn't it? Chef Art Smith's. It's quite a lot.
Tell you what though, we looked for a reservation, didn't we?
Oh, or we get like half 10 at night.
Half 10 at night was the only time we could get in, and we've only got
popular.
4 days as well, so we're going to struggle to get in March.
Yeah.
But
it's a crazy time.
We literally sit there saying we need to try some new restaurants. Where are we going on the first night of our March trip? To the Yachtsman Steak.
We're going to the Yachtsman Steak.
Where we've eaten every time.
But we didn't go there on our trip last year.
And
we took
felt
Topolino's over that.
And it felt wrong.
And I hated it. And I'm not going to Disney World without doing the Yachtsman on the trip
again. I feel
again.
like I owe the Yachtsman an apology.
Yeah.
Because
I'm really sad about it.
We didn't go. And it was almost disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful.
But again, that for a whole vibe in the evening. I mean, people are sick of us talking about that at this point. We're not going to be able to get a reservation because we talked about it so much that people will be like booking it up.
Yeah. But let us know like what your favourite places are like to go and eat.
I'm interested particularly now in the ones that are like the value ones.
Yeah.
We're talking like $20 to $40. Maybe.
For 2 people.
Yeah. Like cheap lunch, good value. Oh, okay. Jade said, will you be releasing any more prints? Yes. So we obviously we didn't really know what to expect with that, but like I cannot wait to see. There was a couple that bought them in A1.
Yes.
That have got like a feature wall where they're going to display them.
I know.
And I'm waiting for the pictures.
I literally need to see those so bad.
That's a whole process with them. They are like straightening them out. Yeah. Like they sent you pictures of like the process, right? They're painting frames.
Yeah.
And then
there's a lot of work going into this
on the wall
in their
they've
home.
Got the Magic Kingdom one, right? The one that we've got
and then maybe Wilderness Lodge. But basically, we brought out our own Disney prints, and I'm so obsessed with them. Well, actually, I'm going to go and get one of ours now to show you guys.
The reason we did it was because we couldn't find anything that we liked to put on the wall in our home.
Yeah.
So we made them ourselves, and then we were like, oh, let's just throw them on Etsy because we love them. And if look at that. It's amazing.
This is our Magic Kingdom print, and they just add so much. Yeah. And actually, I'm thinking we need bigger for that wall.
Yeah, we do.
So what size are these? A3, I want to say?
Yeah, these are the A3 ones. Yeah.
I think we could even do with A2 or A1, potentially. But
these are our photos.
Yeah.
So photos that we took, and we love them. They add a really nice pop of colour to the room. They're all in the same kind of brushstroke style.
Yeah, so they all match.
And that's why we did that, because we want them to fit together. Because we were like looking on Etsy and places, and we found like a couple of really nice ones.
Found some really nice ones.
But they were all from different kind of series.
They wouldn't look unified in the home, so together. It just
So we made our own, and then we put them on Etsy, and a few other people have featured, which is so cool.
Yeah,
featured them in their homes too. But we did say like we'll do like 8 or 10 to begin with, but there are so many more that we can do, and I think on our next trip we're going to go with that in mind.
100%. I'm getting so many more
to take some
pictures.
photos that we can turn into prints, because we've got a lot more wall space that we could fill. So yes to that, more Disney prints. Yes 100%. Yeah, let's do, because there's like a few of them on here that are about Disney snacks. So that one there from Beauty by Jess, Disney related fave snack. Then I can see another one here. If you could only have one Disney snack for the rest of your life, what would it be? From Charlie. And I've seen it a couple more times as well. So
okay, let's talk Disney snacks.
Disney snacks, you go.
Oh, why am I starting?
Did like the cheeseburger spring rolls.
That's the first thing that's coming to my mind, but it's got to be the beignets from Port Orleans.
Oh yeah, you're talking more sweet snack.
Right, okay, let's do this. Can we have a savoury snack and a sweet snack?
Yeah, because I've got a couple of other ideas for sweet as well.
Have you? I feel like my brain is just going cheeseburger spring rolls. That's going to be my savoury. Sweet, it's got to be beignets, but not from the Magic Kingdom. I didn't like those at all.
No, the beignets
honestly, from Friar's Nook.
No,
they weren't cutting it.
They weren't.
Tiana was just not.
They were full of air. I don't even think we got a bad batch. I think they just make them completely differently.
Yeah,
they were
which is really sad.
Different. I'm not letting you off the hook. You've got
What?
Well, I asked you to go. And you
I've literally said cheeseburger, spring rolls, and beignets from Port Orleans. That's me done.
That's all you're going to give them?
Well, they're my top 2.
You're going to kick yourself here?
Wait. Oh, Dole Whip.
No.
What?
The bread from Sanaa.
You can't count that.
Why?
You can't count that.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot. Just because it's to go, you cannot count that.
What do you mean?
That's
It's a
part
snack.
of the restaurant. No.
It's a bread service.
He's getting so passionate about this. Okay, fair enough.
It
I'll let you have
absolutely
that.
counts,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm scrapping the cheeseburger spring roll. Sorry, Magic Kingdom, I've got to go with the bread then. Sanaa bread with the dips. Oh my God, the dips.
Get yourself down to the Kidani village.
Stop it.
Get the bread service. You can just go up to the bar as if you're ordering a drink in the restaurant. Then take it up to
The
one of the
seating
balconies,
area, right?
Seating area.
Oh, it's the vibe.
And just eat some bread and look at giraffes.
We sat in front of the fireplace, had the giraffes out the
was
window,
literally a
got
giraffe.
the bread going.
Yeah.
It was
then
insane.
I got a stinking migraine.
Oh yeah,
Out
that
of
was a rough
nowhere.
time. That was a really
Out
rough
of
time.
nowhere. Well, I was thinking about this the other day, not to go off topic, but our trip late last year, the latest vlog series that's coming out, I'm so proud of us for pushing through the way we pushed through. And I know
I am as well.
Not based on it just being a headache, but like I was thinking about it and I was like, we had some pretty rough luck with the hurricane for one, which, you know, we had to leave the state, so like that certainly played a part. And we were very lucky to have an amazing time and find a new place that we love because of it, but it did heavily disrupt our trip.
Yeah.
Then when we got back to Florida, we were both ill.
We were rough.
Like, had a horrible cold.
Oh, that was a rough time.
Yeah, there was a lot of energy missing. Do you remember the day we got there, we'd sold our old camera? And the day we got there, the first day,
Oh my
bear in mind,
God.
this was like £900, right? Sold it on eBay, and then the day we landed, we just got to Disney Springs, and
That was insane.
just bought a muffin.
The muffin, yeah.
And I got a notification from the buyer saying it never arrived. The guy was a scammer. Had to get my dad to find the receipt. He found it, and then we were good. But that almost started it off. Then a few days later, we get the hurricane. Then we were both ill. Then I had that day with the migraine. We did kind of go through it a little bit, didn't we?
And we are such high energy, positive people
We really are.
all the time.
Yeah.
So when something like that affects us, we try not to let it affect us, but it really we get annoyed with ourselves because we're not able
Not
to
at our
be
best.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are so like all the time. But yeah, we did really, really well considering, you know, everything that we kind of went through on that
And
trip.
I think we do and have put too much pressure on ourselves to deliver good vlogs as well.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of, while we've been there, especially now that there's we've got some people that really enjoy them, and we're so grateful for that. It's on our minds to be like, we haven't been to the parks yet today. Like, we need to, which is kind of why we went as hard as we did in the last few days to do all the parks, because we felt like we were letting people down because things had gone a bit off.
Obviously, we wanted to do that as well, like
Yeah,
for
of course.
ourselves, like because we felt like we didn't have any park time.
But we're getting some bonus time in March.
We're getting some bonus time.
And those are going to be...
Oh my God, these vlogs, right, are going to be so epic, you actually have no idea. We're going to be up 6 a.m. I'm going to be getting ready. It's going to be absolute carnage, absolute chaos. We're going to be getting those boarding groups, getting those lightning lanes, getting in the parks, for opening, full out days, full long vlogs, probably 2 hour long vlogs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm picturing
Like-
at least, they're all going to be at least an hour.
Oh, beyond an hour, 100%.
4 vlogs. And obviously you'll get the whole Pennsylvania trip.
Yeah, we've got that coming.
Anyway.
2 travel days, pre-travel day.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much coming.
Yeah, lots and
So
lots and lots of
excited.
content. I
Yeah,
like
that
that
one.
one. If money was no object.
Oh, okay. Shanley Marie, hopefully I've said that right. If money was no object, what would be your perfect Walt Disney World vacay?
That's a great
Love that
question.
one.
So none of it costs any money.
How long are we going for?
Oh, I mean, buckle up. We're going to be talking about this for a while.
Grab a cuppa.
How long are we going for? 3 months.
No, that's ridiculous because we'd just stay at every resort. That's so ridiculous. No,
No,
we've
so
got to
you've
rein it in a
You've
bit.
got to do it in a 2-week trip.
Okay, right, 2-week trip. Oh,
Oh, come on.
okay,
Jesus.
I'm staying, right, Wilderness Lodge, I'm staying in one of those lodges.
Yeah.
Right,
On the
I'm
lake.
getting in the hot tub
tub.
and I'm watching the fireworks from there.
Yeah.
Maybe do that for a couple of nights.
Yeah. If you don't
Then-
know, they pump the sound of the fireworks show while you're watching. Because obviously
Seriously.
it's right over the lake, but they pump the sound into your lodge so you can hear it while you're in the hot tub.
That's a joke. That's a literal joke. So maybe 2 nights, because then I want to go on the Barbie outside and cook up some stuff out there and just chill out, invite everyone over.
Yeah. Imagine that we could have a little party with all of our new friends that we've met.
Let's just get, okay, scrap that. We're getting all the lodges, as many people, cram you all in as possible, and let's just all, that would be so, that would be amazing.
Do you know what we
wouldn't
said
it?
in the last video? We said, like, if we meet people
Yeah.
in the parks, that we're just going to like hijack them. Like, you're coming with us because we like. I actually think we might do that.
Literally. I might want to let you guys go. Like, if we meet some of you, I'm going to be like, no, we're staying together now.
We're friends now. Like, we're going, like, come on, let's do some rides.
What are you doing today?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing that. Obviously going to all the parks. Restaurants. We've got to tick some restaurants off that are like absolutely ridiculous.
Are you staying in that lodge for 2 weeks?
No, a couple of nights. I'm going to as many resorts as possible. I'm going to the Poly. I'm going to the Riviera. I might even do a night at the Grand Floridian. I want to do the Poly villas, bungalows, whatever they're called.
On the water.
On the water, doing that as well.
The private boat to watch the fireworks.
Private boat, yes. Private boat to watch the fireworks.
I think that's really expensive for what it is, but
it's so worth it.
I think if you've got a party and you divide it up between like 10 or 12 of you, it's
it's actually really good.
For the two of us, it would cost us like $400 or something to sit in the boat and watch it.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting that ticket thing where you can just go on all the rides instantly. You know that new thing they've brought out?
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
But I'd just do that because why not? What else? Contemporary. I'm staying in just as many resorts as possible. Yacht on Beach, staying at the Yacht on Beach in like the biggest room.
With the one at the top with the view of the lake and stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what restaurants that I'd want to do that are like ridiculous.
The Polynesian would be number one for me.
Really? What's staying at the Poly?
Yeah.
Go on, you say yours.
I would stay at the Poly, and as long as I've got a water view room and I can see the fireworks from, because I would want to sit with a coffee on the decking. Yeah. Maybe even in the new tower.
Oh gosh, yeah. How have I not mentioned that? The tower.
And just watch the fireworks there. That is because so we can tie this in actually because there was another question I saw on there that was what are your top 3 bucket list items for Disney? So that would be one for me. But the 100%. Poly is kind of in the next price bracket, so we might have to wait a little bit on that one. But we would love to do it. Animal Kingdom Lodge would love to do that too. 3 bucket list items though. I would say. What do you mean
items? You mean stays?
So anything.
Okay.
Could be a stay, could be food, could be a restaurant, could be anything. Yeah, I would say staying at the Poly with a water view room would be one of those. I would probably say that the Riviera is one of them too. I think just staying on property in general. Yeah. Because we've not done it before. Yeah. But we'll be ticking that off.
Which is so crazy.
Next month.
It's so crazy.
And by the time you see this, it's going to be literally 4 weeks. And we're going to be on our Instagrams. It's going to be on our stories.
Yeah, make sure you're following us. I'll put our stuff below because we are going to be, the content is going to be popping off, seriously. And we're actually thinking we might do another Instagram live from the Radisson Red Hotel at Heathrow Airport the night before we fly to Pennsylvania.
Oh, imagine the scenes.
Which, oh my God, and also, should we do a live
while we're in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, but also do a live at Newark Airport.
Oh, we could do
before we fly to Disney World.
Yeah, could do
we
that.
just go live on Instagram all the time though. It was just so cool. It was so amazing.
Yeah. We answered literally every chat message.
It was chaos. And I can't believe how many of you just like sat with us and wanted to ask your questions. It was just so overwhelming. I can't believe it.
People sitting with us now, just watching this, like listening to it. You know, like we see you. We appreciate you guys
so much.
It's crazy. We never expected that it would even get to 1,000 subscribers. We were just like, let's just make our own videos so that we can watch them back and enjoy our trips. Like, you know, my nan used to take a camcorder and then you'd plug it into the telly with those 3 coloured cables and you used to watch like the footage back and stuff.
So crazy.
That is what vlogging is nowadays, really. Just like that's why we did it, so we could watch them and watch them as we grow old and things, you know. Should we do one more? 2 more?
Let's do one more.
How long we got to the Barca game? 13 minutes.
Oh God, Alex is back into the English football, guys, and I can't hack it anymore, seriously.
Technically Spanish football.
I can't deal with it. Final question. Sarah has asked, when are you aiming to move to the USA? I love that you've picked that up from our vlogs as well. That's hilarious. I think we've decided... Well, I'm going to speak for myself. Yeah. I think we've decided that if we can, we're not necessarily going to be able to move to the States. Like, it's not necessarily going to be possible. We know that. It's very hard to do that.
And we have explored it.
Yes, we have. Yeah. We just love everything about America. And it's not just about being in Florida, being in Disney World. We love Pennsylvania now. There's so much more of America that we've still yet to visit and explore. And we just love being over there so much. But I think in our heads, we have kind of settled with the fact that we might not be able to move there. So instead, if we could get a place, and we're thinking Pennsylvania, but we don't know yet, that we could go and holiday there, and then from there we'll catch a flight to Orlando and do our Disney trips and kind of be out there
so then
as much as possible. Obviously, we know we can't be out there full time, but I don't know.
So the 2-3 weeks in Florida would be our staycation.
Yeah.
So to speak. So what we're thinking about doing now, and you know, we both work extremely hard, and that is what we're aiming for at this point, is to find a good value property somewhere else in the US, probably in Pennsylvania. At the moment, it would be in Pennsylvania because it makes a lot of sense that we would be close to family and we'd have a lot of connections in the area, and we love the area. And you get like the 4 seasons. And as much as we love Florida, I do think if we lived there, that we might get tired of it being hot all the time. Yeah. Whereas in Pennsylvania, you're going to have beautiful snow.
You've got all the seasons.
You still get all the blue skies, and then you get the summer, and it's like boiling hot. So I think we would love to have a little property there, like a 2-bedroom something up there, where ideally when we're both self-employed, like I'm self-employed, we want you to be self-employed.
Yeah, it's a dream.
And Hannah's working her tail off content-wise to get to that point as well.
Yeah.
And if we're both self-employed, we can then get on a plane and we can go for 3 months to our home away from home out there, and then have our Florida trip from there. Yeah. So we would do say 6 weeks in Pennsylvania, go and do 2-3 weeks in Florida, back to Pennsylvania. We'd be working while we were there. Yeah,
and vlogs would be going out. Can you imagine, right? We buy a place in Pennsylvania, and obviously we vlog the whole thing and capture everything, and renovating it or just decorating it.
Yeah.
That would be so insane. So if you want to see that, let us know, because
we could vlog the experience of finding a home over there.
It'll be amazing.
Which kind of like we did when we moved in here. Yeah. But there's a lot we want to see a lot more of the country. We haven't scratched that itch yet. At some point, we will do some sort of road trip.
We spoke so much after watching Cara and Nate's videos. We love Cara and Nate.
About van life.
Yeah. Get in a van and do it. Can you imagine that? I feel like we're going to do that at some point. We're going to do that. We are. Yeah. That would just be so amazing.
Because we would just...
living out of a van, God, it would be absolute carnage. It would be carnage.
It's the idea of just being because then you're not tied to a plan of any kind. You can just be
which fits in with us.
Yeah, it actually really does. You drive a car until you find a spot that you like, and then you could stay there for a day. You could stay there for 3 days. If you're not done exploring it, you stay one more night. Yeah. And then you go again, And I think that is going to be the best way for us to see as much of the country as we can. And it's such a big country.
It's ridiculous. It's so wild to me that they've just got access to all of that. Yeah. It's crazy.
We didn't even talk about Texas on its own. You could do a month-long trip. Yeah. Because Texas is so big, and driving from one side of Texas to the other,
So yeah, we don't know yet, but we do want to...
That is the plan.
Yeah.
To get some sort of property.
Just be there. Yeah. Just be there.
And then if we had a property there, we could have a van there as well. So we have a property with a van on the drive.
Oh my God.
And then we could rent it out to you guys. To do your own little road trips.
That'll be so cool.
That's the plan.
It'll be so cool.
It's pretty clear to us at this point, I think. I think moving there are a lot of hurdles, and we don't know that it's necessarily worth, at this point in our lives, worth the financial cost and everything to be able to do it. But who knows? Who knows?
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all of your questions. We've enjoyed sitting down, having a chat.
Rambling on
for over an hour.
I always feel like I talk too much, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's the case.
I
just love these trips
We're passionate about it.
Once I start talking,
you just can't stop. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe for all of the vlogs to come. We have got Pennsylvania vlogs. We've got another Walt Disney World vlog series coming so soon that we cannot wait to share with you all. And we're just so excited. So we'll see you guys soon. Bye.